Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I don't know if I sound as bad as I feel, but I wasn't planning on starting this vlog today and I wasn't really expecting to film, but this morning I kind of had a bit of a change of heart and thought, you know what, I think I will regret it if I don't film it. And sometimes I think it's really important to obviously show the good and the bad, and it's not a bad thing that's happening today, but I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, and I don't know if you can honestly, oh my goodness. Okay, I am feeling very, very anxious today. I've got quite a big date planned in London, and I don't usually do big things. You might notice that I'm quite a vanilla person. I feel like that's the best way to describe me. I like to be at home a lot. I like to be cozy. I like to kind of stick to similar routines, show you the same things, and, you know, have just like a nice, easy, cozy life basically. But today I've got quite a big date planned in London. So I am actually heading into London this morning, heading in at fairly early, so I've got quite a big shoot in London planned. And then this evening I'm actually going to be attending the Blogosphere Awards, which I am super, super excited about. I've not actually been nominated or anything, but I have been invited with YouTube, which is really, really lovely to go, which is also another reason why I've literally been invited with YouTube. I can't not vlog the event, but I am so anxious right now. And as I said, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I feel like my voice is shaking right now. But I get a lot of questions about like industry events and like more behind the scenes and like things within the kind of like blogosphere and things like that. And I do often get a lot of questions about why I don't attend more things, like more press trips or more events or lunches or breakfasts. And it's not that I like don't get invited or anything like that. It's more, I'm not the biggest socialite, and I like to have a bit more of, as I said, like an easy life, especially now that I've moved down to Hampshire and I'm away from London a little bit more. I feel like back when I lived like up in West London, I was obviously attending more events and doing more things. I'm so sorry if my voice sounds so weird. I feel like my voice is breaking every other word right now, but I am fighting to keep talking and fighting to keep going, because I think that if I don't be honest and don't kind of show you the everything, then I will regret it, and I will really, really hate myself for not filming today and not being completely honest about how I am feeling. Am I even making sense? I don't know. But yeah, basically I'm not the biggest socialite, and something that maybe a lot of you might not know, but I have quite a lot of social anxiety, and it's something that I have struggled with quite a lot. So going to big events like this is quite a big deal. I feel like when it comes to vlogger events, 99% of the time I'm not anxious like this. I'm not nervous. I find it absolutely fine, usually because I know exactly who's going. I get to go see people I know, I get to catch up with friends, and it's just like a really lovely social thing, whereas this is like a big industry event, and I'm not normally one who attends big industry events. I have actually been invited to a couple of red carpets, and I have not attended because it's just not really me, and I never want to do things in this industry that are not me. Like London Fashion Week, I always get questions about London Fashion Week. I've been invited to quite a few shows and I've always very politely declined, because it's just not the kind of content that I want to create, the kind of, it's not what I want to be focusing my time and my energy on. I want to be focusing on more kind of like easy, at home, countryside living, that kind of vibe. So yeah, but I am really looking forward to today, and I know I will absolutely love it when I get there, because it's a huge event. There's loads of people going, a lot of people that I do know, a lot of people that I won't know, and I think it's going to be such a fun night. But at the moment I'm literally shaking. I don't know if you can see it in my hand, but I'm literally shaking, and I wanted to be honest with you guys and tell you that that is why, in case you're ever wondering why I don't go to a lot of these events, why I don't attend huge industry parties, or, you know, a lot of the really glamorous things that a lot of other YouTubers and vloggers and Instagrammers and yada yada do. It's because that's just not me, and because when I do these things, I spend the entire day like this. So yeah, I'm just currently getting ready to head into London now, going to go and get my train. I've got the shoot first today, which I think maybe that's probably adding to it. I think if I was just at home and then going straight to the event, it wouldn't be as bad, because it's like quite a full-on day. I'm going to shoot, I've got my big suitcase with me. It's quite a big shoot as well today. I can't really talk too much about it, but I feel like that's probably adding to it, and the fact that I am then going to be staying in London and, like, you know, I'm not coming home in between, so I've got to, like, you know, get changed into my outfit. I mean, at the moment I'm just wearing a roll neck, but I am going to be wearing something much more glamorous. I'm actually going to be wearing the Adriana Papel dress again tonight because I'm the biggest outfit repeater. You guys know what I'm like. I love being able to rewear things in my wardrobe, but much to many of you's joy, I assume, I am going to be wearing it with black accessories this time. I know a lot of you said that when I was wearing it in Italy that you think it would have been really nice with like black sandals and a black bag, but because it was a summer wedding, I really wanted it to be a little bit more summery, and I felt like the white accessories made it much more summery, whereas now we're in autumn winter, it's an evening event, it's much more, you know, autumnal. I am going to be pairing it with black accessories, so I'll of course take you along with me. I'll show you what I'm wearing. We can prep together, get ready together. But yeah, I am going to be wearing it with black accessories, which we will of course see later. But I am rambling. I'm putting off the fact that I need to go and get my train. So I'm going to head off now. I will see you guys in London. Remind me to breathe. Everyone remind me, I just need to breathe. I've got myself a pumpkin spice latte to make me feel better. So it's quite a while since I last spoke to you, but I've been in London for the day. I had my shoot today, which went really, really successfully. I was so happy that I ended up having this today actually, because I feel like it really took my mind of things, distracted me, filled my day, and I had a really, really lovely time, and I've kind of forgotten all about the event. So I'm feeling a bit better now. A little bit nervous still, a little bit nervous, but I've just done my hair, I've done a little top up of makeup and all of that jazz. Haven't put lipstick on yet. I'm kind of taking things one step at a time at the moment. So I'm like, okay, makeup, check. Hair, check. Outfit, check. I've got my Adriana Papel dress on, which I absolutely love. I feel like this dress just works so well. I've just got like a little oversized black coat. I've got my YSL bag. So yeah, I'm really glad that I had the shoot today because it helped to distract me, it helped to take my mind off things, and then hopefully I won't be as anxious going to the event later tonight. But yeah, just thought I'd give you a bit of an update because I feel like I've been the worst vlogger in the world, not updated you at all today, not spoken to you at all, but hopefully once I get to the event I'll be a bit better, and I'm sure I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to love it. I know I will. So I have just arrived at the Vlogsphere Awards. Let's head inside. Good morning everyone. It is a good few days later than when I last spoke to you, and last week when I was at the Blogosphere Awards, I wanted to give myself a couple of days off after the event, just to kind of, like, I know we've spoken about recharging your social battery and like recovering from social events and things like that, so just to kind of give myself a day. So the awards were on Thursday, it is currently Monday, so I've had a good few days off from vlogging, which always feels really, really weird. I didn't even pick up the camera this weekend. I had a bit of a nothing weekend, which I kind of really enjoyed. I feel like it's been a really long time since I just spent the weekend doing absolutely nothing. We literally just lazed about the house. We had a roast at my mum's on Sunday. We went for walks, and it was just really, really nice. Such a lovely, wholesome autumnal weekend. I feel like it really is feeling so autumnal right now, and I know every single video I cannot not include the word autumn, autumnal, cozy, fall, all of that jazz, but the temperatures have really dropped here in the UK now, and it is seriously feeling like October has hit hard. It's really, really hit hard, but I wanted to have a bit of a catch up and a debrief from the event. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really in two minds about whether to put up the first half of this video, because I kind of feel like sometimes it can be really difficult to be like very vulnerable on the internet and like admit things about like anxieties and like if you're like anxious or anything like that. And I also don't want it to ever be at a point where it's like I do love going to these events, and I do love being able to do it, and it is a part of my job that I am so, so grateful for. And of course I had the loveliest time. I saw so many people that I haven't seen in absolutely ages, and it was really, really lovely to catch up and see them. There was a couple of people, my friend Luke, Cat Lou, and we worked out we haven't seen each other since 2019, which is just so, so long. So it's really lovely to see so many people that I knew, that I didn't know, that I met for the first time, and it was a really, really lovely awards night, and I feel like it's quite a big celebration of the industry. So it was such a lovely event to go to, and I'm really, really proud of myself for going, because those are the kind of things that I don't usually go to. I don't usually kind of like accept, because as I said, I like to live quite a vanilla life. So yeah, it was really fun. I'm so glad that I pushed myself and so glad that I went because it was a really fun night. But I did definitely need a couple of days to recover afterwards because especially like late nights in London, I'm very much like an early riser and early go to bedder. So as soon as an event goes on past like 9 o'clock, I'm like, ooh, that's my bedtime. I'm usually in bed by about 9:30, 10. So if the event doesn't finish till 9, then I'm not going to get home till a certain time. And it's just, I feel like these kinds of things you've really got to weigh up. But yeah, it was such a lovely event, and I'm really glad that I pushed myself. I'm really glad that I went. But we've got a very Ellie day today, a cozy day at home, which I'm really excited about. I've just put on my, I'm calling this my Kate Middleton dress because I absolutely love it. It's the Bowden one that you would have seen recently. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got pockets. It's like a really lovely high collar, and it's perfect for a day like today where it's quite chilly, so I do have a vest underneath, but I feel like it's gonna get quite warm by the afternoon because it is clear blue skies, and I do feel like days like today, the temperature varies by a good like 5 degrees from the morning to the afternoon, so I can take the vest off underneath if I get too hot, and I can just wear the dress as is. I mean, if you want, you can put a cardigan over the top. I feel like when it comes to layers, under or over, it's kind of like your own choice. I love this dress. I've actually not gone for a necklace today, but I feel like I'm kind of going back to my roots with my Pandora jewellery today. I'm wearing 2 of my old favourite bracelets. These are the snake chain bracelets. I've gone for gold and silver, and I love layering up gold and silver and kind of forgot how much I love it. I've been really loving wearing just silver jewellery recently, but today I was like, you know what, I'm feeling mixing gold and silver. And then on this hand I've got the, I think they're called the Reflections bracelets, which are really beautiful. So I've just layered up the silver and the gold. And one thing I will say, whenever it comes to layering up bracelets, which I feel like it's kind of standard just to get your normal size and just to pick up, like, you know, I'm a 15, so I'm going to pick up a 15. One thing I really love doing is going for different sizes with the bracelets because it means that they kind of layer over each other and they fall really nicely. Whereas I feel like if you've got all the same size, they kind of just sit on your hand a bit too like military. So yeah, so I've gone for each one. I've got bigger in silver than I do in gold, and I just think it means that it sits really nicely. And then I'm just wearing a double layer of the gold wishbone ring, and then I've got the silver like heart knot ring and my stud earrings, which I'm really enjoying wearing studs at the moment. I feel like they're just very like easy, very effortless. I talk about this a lot, but you know, that kind of country grandmother chic, that like coastal grandmother chic. I just really like that. I love a style that looks effortless yet chic and elevated and elegant at the same time. That is just me to a T. So yeah, had a really great few days, really enjoyed switching off, but I'm so glad to be back vlogging. I've got some really fun things to show you, so I'm gonna finish my coffee. I've got some work to do this morning, and then we can jump straight in. The thing that I do have to update you about though, that I am so gutted about, I can't even tell you. I need to show you my YSL Cassandra bag. Now you guys will know this is one of my favorite bags in my collection. I've worn it so much, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Let me flip the camera around, but the clasp has broken. So the way that the clasp works is it clips down, and to release it you like kind of pull this L, but as you can see it's snapped. And I'm so upset because it's completely broken. The clasp won't stay shut. This just flaps about now, and I'm not entirely sure what to do about it because I've only had this bag maybe like less than a year. I think I got it maybe about November time last year. Was it November or December? Maybe even December, but I've not had the bag all that long, and for a bag that is that expensive, it should not do that. Like literally the fact that it's just snapped, completely snapped, and I'm not entirely sure if there's anything I can do about it. I got the bag from FWRD, but obviously they're just like a retailer. They don't, you know, make the bag themselves, they just kind of sell them. So I don't know whether to get in contact with them. I don't know if there's any bag repair places that would be able to fix that. Somewhere like the Restory, maybe. If any of you have ever had an experience where you've had a bag break, the like handle or the kind of like clasp has snapped and someone's been able to fix it, please let me know, because honestly, I'm gutted. That is like my evening bag, one of my favorite bags ever. I use it so much, and the fact that it's broken breaks my heart. So if you have anywhere that you can help me out, please do. Please, please do. So it's a little while later now. I have just been cracking on with emails, admin, and all of the boring Monday morning admin that I need to catch up with. And I was planning on doing this section, standing up, my usual kind of like, you know, hall style. But I was like, you know what? I just want to have a sit down and a bit of a chat. I feel like I'm in a bit of a offloady, chatty mood in this vlog, so I hope you guys don't mind. But I wanted to talk a bit about like style and autumnal wardrobe planning and kind of just like essentially setting my wardrobe up and making sure that it's as functional, as useful, and as like hardworking as possible. And I know we've had a couple of conversations recently, and I just want to thank you guys for your really, really kind words, because I feel like sometimes in this job it can be really easy to get sucked into those kind of like trends and what performs best on Instagram and what will, you know, get the most amount of likes and link clicks and, you know, engagement on. And I've been really struggling with that recently, because I feel like looking back at the things that I wore last year, and I didn't do them for Instagram last year, don't get me wrong, but I feel like looking back at the things that I wore last year, they're not very me this year. And I was having a bit of a style identity crisis at the start of autumn, because I was really struggling with what I wanted to wear versus kind of almost like what people want to see for autumn winter. Like I feel like autumn winter, it's very like androgynous. You've got like the leather look leggings, you've got that kind of like really, you know, like cool girl chic. And I've said it time and time again, I'm not a cool girl, and it's just not something I think I will ever be. And I really enjoy those more like feminine silhouettes, those more floaty styles, those more like elegant, elevated autumnal looks. And even though those don't perform as well on Instagram, I feel like those are the things that I want to be wearing. And I guess one thing that I started thinking to myself is that because I am just as much a consumer as I am a creator. I love looking at other people's feeds, watching other people's vlogs, you know, all of that jazz. And I feel like that's part of the reason why I just love my job so much. I mean, I create so much content compared to some people. Like whenever people hear that I do 3 vlogs a week, they're like, how do you have the time? And sometimes I'm like, I don't know, but I just make the time because I love being able to do it. And I don't have to sacrifice anything. Like it's not like I, you know, post less than most people on Instagram or anything like that. But I just absolutely love it. And part of the thing that I was thinking about me being a consumer is that sometimes I wish more people were posting this. And I'm like, well, if I'm wishing people are posting it and I'm wanting to see this kind of thing on Instagram, then surely there will be other kind of people wanting to see just a bit more like elevated basics, these much easier to style, in my opinion, very me outfits. And I feel like that's the only way to describe it. So I've been really looking at like planning my autumnal wardrobe and getting it to a point where I'm just really, really happy with it. Everything feels very me. It's very easy to kind of like dress in the morning and pick things out, because there's nothing in there that doesn't feel like it kind of sits with my style, if that makes sense. And I know this is such a ramble, but this is basically a way of me saying that I am really happy with my style at the moment, and I have been adding a few new things that I feel like are feeling very me. I've been loving styling up, I've been loving wearing, and just make me really excited to get dressed in the morning. So I have a bit of a new look haul to show you. I have a few things to show you. I absolutely adore new look for autumn winter, and this is something I speak about a lot as well, especially when it comes to like price points and things like that. I love being able to mix price points within my wardrobe, and I feel like when it comes to the pieces you're about to see, these items, I love shopping at like high street brands like New Look. I feel like New Look do these items so well, and you don't always have to spend huge amounts of money when it comes to like investing in items that are going to last a really long time. I actually have one of these items that I've had in my wardrobe for about 4 years now, and I still wear it. And I've bought the latest season's like version of it because I'm like, you know what, I get so much wear out of that dress, I'm gonna rebuy it and re-add it into my wardrobe. And I have no shame in that. I'm the biggest outfit repeater, I'm the biggest kind of like style repeater. If I like something, I'll get it in multiple colors, and that is just me, and that is something that I really want to embrace. So I thought I would show you what I picked up, and I actually went and shopped a couple of these outfits yesterday whilst we were in London, and I feel like that's kind of what's re-inspired me and reignited this spark for my love for these kinds of things, because I feel like I was really worried before taking the photos that it was going to be really boring and everything was going to look the same, and actually it wasn't until afterwards where I was like, you know what, I'm really happy with how these pics turned out. I'm really happy with how I kind of like styled the pieces, and it just, my feed feels very me at the moment, which makes me really, really happy. So some of the photos probably will have already gone onto my Instagram. I'll be styling them up in reels, in photos, so make sure to go and head over to my Instagram if you want to see more of these pieces in action. But let's jump straight into the haul, because this has been the biggest ramble in the entire world, and I've got some really cute pieces to show you. Now I'm going to start with the item that I have rebought and re-added into my wardrobe, and this is this season's version of this. And if this isn't probably the most like key autumn piece to have in your wardrobe, the most elevated basic, the most probably most worn item in my entire wardrobe, it is a ribbed bodycon midi jumper dress. I absolutely adore these, and if you've been around for a while, you'll probably be like, yeah, I recognise that, Ellie, because you wore that so much over the last few years. And I really have, because I feel like it's such an elevated piece, and it's a really easy one to style up in loads of different ways. I wear this with like a cape thrown over the top, some heeled boots, and it looks really elevated. I'll wear it with trainers, a chunky cardigan for something a bit more like a weekend. I'll wear it with a blazer if I want to wear it more workwear. I'll wear it by itself. I'll add a belt. I won't add a belt. There are so many different things that you can do with these kinds of dresses, and I absolutely love them. And what I love most about the New Look ones is they are mock turtlenecks, and I speak about this quite a lot, but if you're a short girl, sometimes roll necks can be really overwhelming and a little bit suffocating if they come up too high. Our necks are a bit shorter than like the average person, so it can be quite tricky to like roll them down to make sure that you're not covering them in makeup and that they're like giving you a double chin. So I really love these mock turtlenecks because I find them really cozy, and they look like a roll neck, but they are so much more flattering because they don't come up too high and they don't detract from, you know, the outfit or anything like that. I feel like styled up with like some lovely jewellery over the top is just my favourite way to wear these. So this season's version comes without a belt, which I'm really happy about, because I do feel like the belt is unnecessary, and I would often wear it without the belt, but because it had the loops, it would kind of look like it was missing something. So I'm really glad to have a belt version of this dress, which is about 4 years old now, and a non-belted version of this dress. And I always find these dresses are just so flattering. I always get so many compliments when I wear them, and they look so much more expensive than they actually are. This is from New Look, and it's $29.99. So to be able to shop something under £30 that you are definitely going to get your cost per wear out of is so exciting. So I'm really excited to have added this back into my wardrobe. As I said, biggest outfit repeater in the entire world, but that's just something I'm going to embrace. Well, I hope you guys are used to seeing this dress, because you're going to be seeing it a hell of a lot more this autumn winter. My goodness, I'm going to get so much wear out of it. I love it so much. It's really flattering, like really figure hugging. I absolutely love the silhouette that it gives, and the fact that it is a mock turtleneck means that it's just really easy to style while still being cozy. And I feel like with just lovely like Pandora jewellery, my chain necklaces just will elevate this so much more. So I really love how the dress looks. I love the fact that it's got a little side slit here as well. I think that's very flattering, and the length is lovely. I like wearing it with knee-high boots as well, because the way that the kind of dress overlaps with the boots I find quite flattering. I really like it. So yeah, this is a dress I am going to seriously milk this autumn winter. I'm going to get so much wear out of, but I would definitely recommend picking it up, because you know something's popular and you know something performs well when brands bring it back year on year. And I've definitely seen it that New Look have brought this dress back every single year for like the past 4 or 5 years. So I would say add it to your cart now, because it is seriously going to serve you well. You're going to get so much cost per wear out of it, and it's going to work really hard in your autumn winter wardrobe. Because I love the dress so much, I decided to pick it up in the beige colour, and I absolutely adore this. I don't actually have anything in my wardrobe that is this colour, so I was really excited to add this in when I saw it on the website. It's like a really gorgeous, very cool toned neutral, and I feel like when it comes to adding neutrals into your wardrobe, there are so many different avenues you can go down. You can go down the much warmer tones, or you can go for something like this, and this is a little bit cooler. And I feel like because my Demelier bag is a bit cooler, it's making the bag look a bit warm, but I feel like there's lots of different things I could do with this. The way that I actually styled it with my Louis Vuitton Pochette Matisse, and I really loved how the tones looked together, and I just absolutely adore this because it is just as easy to wear as the black one, just as flattering. I absolutely adore it, but it's just nice to have something in a little bit of a different colour, and I do feel like this one's a bit more daytime. This would also be perfect if you are looking for some autumnal workwear. I always get questions about autumnal workwear for you guys, and this is exactly what I would like to wear to the office, which is like a blazer thrown over the top just with like some loafers or something really easy to style up. I absolutely adore these dresses. I believe they come in white as well. I will link them down below. Check out the description for all of the links to these items, because if it does come in white, I think I might need to pick that one up as well. And here we have the kind of tonal coloured one. I just absolutely adore it. I do find that obviously black is a lot more flattering, is a bit more effortless, but just for something a bit different, I think this dress is stunning. And I didn't realise it actually has slits on both sides. So it's got one on this side and one on this side, which I quite like because it makes it a little bit easier to walk and it makes it a bit more comfy. So yeah, love these dresses so, so much. Next, I picked up a dress that I feel like I've been on the hunt for this for so long, and I'm so glad to have finally found it. And if you watch my latest H&M haul, you would have seen the really gorgeous like off the shoulder white jumper, but I've been looking for a dress version that I've been wanting to add into my wardrobe. And I spoke a lot about that video about how classy and elegant these are and how perfect they are for like autumn winter. I don't know about you, but I really struggle when it comes to like evening styling in autumn winter, because I feel like layers and elevated looks don't always go hand in hand, whereas this is like an off-the-shoulder number, so it's really elegant, really like elevated, but because it's obviously this like jersey thick fabric, it keeps you really nice and warm. And of course I had to pick it up in black, because I feel like black is just the most versatile, the most perfect colour, but I do believe it came in a couple of others, so I will link them down below. But again, it's just the exact same as the other two dresses, but I really love the fact that just changing the neckline completely changes the vibe of the outfit, completely changes how classy it is, how kind of like more evening wear it is. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. So I can guarantee over winter I'm going to be wearing this a lot for date nights, meals, drinks with the girls. I feel like this is just going to be my go-to dress. Well, if this isn't just one of the most easy, effortless, elegant dresses you've ever seen, then I don't know what is. This is all I want to wear when it comes to date nights and like evening attire in autumn winter. I have a feeling I'm probably going to wear this to many a blogging event coming up, because I know I'm going to have lots coming this November and December. It's slightly different in shape to the others. The others obviously have the slits at the side, this one doesn't, which I really think helps with the silhouette and helps with the kind of vibe of it, makes it a bit more evening and look so much more expensive than it actually is. And just the way that the kind of neckline sits, it's super flattering. I just wear a strapless bra with this, but you've also got this double layer, so if you don't want to wear a bra, if you're small enough to, then definitely go for it if that's something that you want to do. But the silhouette that it gives is just stunning, effortless and stunning, and that is what I want to be wearing. I wish I could wear it with my YSL bag, but my baby definitely gonna have to get fixed. But I think this with just a little black evening bag is just the perfect autumn winter evening look. I'm so in love with it. And the last thing I picked up is a new coat, and I feel like it's no secret that I absolutely love coats. When it comes to autumn winter, it's like my favorite thing to shop for, because I feel like they just complete your outfit, and there's nothing worse when you've got a really cute outfit on but it's cold outside and you've got to like cover it up with something that you're not a huge fan of, that you don't love. So I love having really pretty coats in my wardrobe, and I have been on the hunt for this kind of coat for so long. Now I have one in my wardrobe already that's kind of similar, but it's an all black version, but I really love the way the white looks. I feel like the white's a bit more like daytime casual weekend vibes, whereas the black is maybe a little bit more elevated, a little bit more evening wear. And when I saw this one on New Look, I just fell in love, and this is only $56.99, which I think is such a great price because it's really thick, really cozy warm. I actually shot this yesterday as well, and I was so hot in it because it's a really warm coat, but I just fell in love with this. I believe it's from the Emily ATAC range, but I will link it down below for you guys to shop. I did size up in this because I wanted it to be a little bit oversized. I find with these aviators, they look better when they're a little bit baggier and a little bit looser. And I feel like this is as close to a cool girl style as I will ever get. These aviators, I think, are just really timeless and classic. They have been on trend every single autumn winter for probably the last 8 years, I would say. I feel like once Acne first released their aviator jackets, everyone has been obsessed with them every autumn winter ever since, and I also have. So I'm really excited to now have one in my wardrobe that I have been just on the hunt for so long, and it feels very me, it feels very Ellie. All of these items I feel like just epitomise the autumn winter style that I want to embody, so I'm really happy. how cute does this aviator look. I love it so much. I'm really glad that I went for a size 14 because it's actually quite tight in the arms. I wouldn't be able to wear anything thicker, so if I wanted to wear thick jumpers, I would have had to have sized up another size. So just one thing to note, if you want to wear really cozy things underneath, I think it's because of the Sherpa inside that it's completely lined with the kind of sheepskinny, you know, style. So I think that's why. So it definitely comes up undersized. So look to size up once, if not twice, depending on what you're wanting to wear underneath it. But I really love it styled up with the dress. I think it's really cute. Do you know what I think as well with regards to my kind of crisis that I had, that I've like realized ever since, is that it's not even just about the pieces feeling you, but it's about styling them up in a very you way. I know a lot of people would wear these aviators with like really cool, you know, I don't know, big wide leg trousers, chunky boots, jeans, leather leggings, and that's just not really me anymore. I much prefer wearing them with like lovely dresses like this. I think this feels really me, and I just love the way that the white like contrasts against the black. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So I definitely think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this jacket. It is such a gorgeous autumn winter piece. I cannot believe how affordable it is. Oh, I love it so much. Oh my goodness, I almost completely forgot to show you as well some new boots that I've added into my wardrobe that I saw on New Look. I feel like New Look do really good shoes. If you're looking for some new, just like really classic autumnal pieces and autumnal footwear, I would definitely recommend it, checking out New Look. But they're a really gorgeous pair of little heeled booties, like a little suede with this really gorgeous detail, this like gold buckle detail, which I just thought was so lovely. And I really like these because they don't come up too high and they're not too thin around your ankle. There's nothing I hate more than when your ankle is bulging out of your shoes. So I wanted to pick those up as well because I thought they would go really nicely. With so many pieces in my wardrobe, I feel like a good pair of black suede boots is just a must when it comes to autumn winter styling. And of course, you will have seen that I have just been styling up the shoes with all of the dresses because they just go so well. But I also wanted to show you them with this dress because I am loving navy blue and black together. And this dress really is just such a vibe. My Kate Middleton dress, I think, just looks so beautiful. And I know that when I first showed it to you, I showed you it with more kind of like knee-high boots. There was no leg showing, but I do like having that pop of ankle when you walk. I feel like it's a bit more of an autumnal way of styling up the dress, whereas I feel like knee-high boots might be a bit too wintry for now. But I really love them. I got them in a 4. I'm like a 3.5, so I kind of fluctuate between a 3 and a 4. I do find with New Look shoes I always go up to a 4 because I do find that they come up slightly undersized, but they are just the perfect little autumnal boots. I love them so much. They are just so cute. Now, as well as suede being an autumn winter must, if there is one thing that I cannot recommend enough, I actually picked this up, a new one recently from the Mountain Warehouse. It is Nubuck Suede and Leather Proofer, and you can use this on any suede or leather products that you have. I don't think I own anything Nubuck, not to my knowledge at least, but honestly, this is game changing. You basically just spray. I would recommend doing it outside because it is quite smelly, but spraying your shoes, leaving them to dry for maybe an hour or 2, and it's really great protecting them. I always get asked how I wear like suede or how I kind of like maintain my leather goods, whether that's bags, shoes, anything like that. I will always spray this on because I just think it's so game changing. Because when it comes to like suede shoes like this, you don't really want to be wearing them when it rains anyway, but just in case, you know what it's like in England, you never know what the weather's going to be like. You never know when a downfall could happen. So if you get caught out, you know that you're not in too much trouble. But yeah, it's a great way of just really helping to maintain and protect your leather and suede goods. So just a little word of advice, a little piece of wisdom for when it comes to my autumn and winter pieces. I could not be without my suede. This is probably one of the most unflattering angles that I could potentially ever do, but oh my goodness, I don't know if you can see it in my eyes. I'm so tired. I can't even hold the camera up any higher than this, so you're just gonna have to deal with the lovely up angle, which actually, speaking of, it's so funny. If you're someone who's in a relationship with height difference, you might understand what I'm saying. But I was saying this to Alex the other day. I deliberately stood on a chair above him and I was looking down at him and I was like, oh my God, this is how I look. This is how you look at me every day. And he was looking up at me going, oh my God, this is how you see me every day. Like, oh, it was just the funniest thing. But I've just had a little PR parcel that I wanted to show you that I just thought was the cutest thing. Let me just grab the note. So it is from a lovely lady called Poppy who got in touch and asked if I wanted to receive some things, and her brand is Rose's Scrunchies. And she had some really, really cute ones that she's very, very kindly sent over, which I thought I would show you because we've got a couple of really cute colours. We've got this like little blue colour, which I think is really, really sweet. As you can tell, I'm loving blue at the moment. I think it's just such a lovely colour. Like, I feel like blue is not just for summer. I love blue for autumn, winter as well, but my favourite one, this one, I'm so excited about. Look at that colour, that like really stunning olive green tone. Oh my goodness. Absolutely gorgeous. And I really love silk scrunchies when it comes to in my hair. I am really, honestly, I'm really struggling to have the camera up. I really am trying to make sure that I'm creating such a like good base for my hair at the moment. Obviously you would have seen that I'm working with Hairburst at the moment. I'm absolutely loving all the Hairburst products that I'm using, and don't forget I do have a discount code with them as well, so I'll leave that down below in the description. And I feel like it's just really helping, and one of the things that I definitely think helps my hair is not using harsh like materials on it. So not using, you know, like hair bobbles like I used to, and making sure that anything that I'm using is like really lovely on it. And I'm also really trying not to put it up as much at the moment, and if I am using things like silk hair scrunchies, I think is so much better, because I feel like I used to just chuck my hair on the top of my head all the time, and I feel like that's probably really bad for your hair. You know, I used to just do lots of like hairstyles that I feel like looking back I'm like, that's probably not the best thing in the world. And I'm really loving just how it's looking at the moment. I feel like I'm at a really, really good place with it. So yeah, just wanted to show you that. But I think I'm going to sign off this video here because I need to make some dinner and my brain is just not working. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry if it was a little bit too much of an offload. I worry, I feel like I need to find a balance between like being honest but not offloading too much. And I feel like this vlog, we offloaded a lot. We chatted about a lot, but I hope you enjoyed coming into London with me ever so briefly. Some really honest chat about how it is. I feel like I always get questions about why I maybe don't go to as many events or do as many like press trips or, you know, things like that. And that's kind of the reason. It's just that I always want to make sure that I'm saying yes to the things that I really, really want to be doing. And I just really like a nice, simple life. So yeah, that's why I love being a country gal here in Hampshire. It's just my favorite thing. And now, as much as London used to be my stomping ground, I do find it quite a big deal. Every time I go into London now, I'm like, oh, I've got a day in London, like, oh my goodness. Whereas before it would just be like, oh, I'm just popping into Central. Whereas now it's like, I'm going into London. If anyone else has moved away, let me know if you feel the same. But I'm going to leave this vlog here before I ramble on any more. I hope you guys have had the loveliest day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.